Get the most out of your time at work with Karen Gately. Leadership and People Management Specialist.
Powerful thinking can be a powerful thing in the workplace. Of course, there's a lot of stuff getting around about affirmations and thinking positively and all that kind of gear. Are powerful thinking and positive thinking the same thing? Don't know, but Karen Gately does. Hi, Karen.
Good morning.
That's quite an upbeat introduction there, Karen.
I know. I'm feeling really positive and powerful, actually. As
double up.
To that. Exactly.
Nice.
Look, I think that they can be related. You know, sometimes powerful thinking is positive thinking. But in my experience, sometimes, you know, it's not so much just about filling our head with optimism and reinforcing all of the things we've got to be grateful for. Sometimes there's a tough love conversation, for example, that we need to have with ourselves and shift certain perspectives. And that can be incredibly powerful when we choose to go down that path.
So what is an example of powerful thinking, particularly in the workplace?
Yeah, look, I think, you know, thinking powerfully might be when we observe a certain emotional response from ourselves. So we observe that, oh, I got my heckles up there and I got really defensive. I wonder what that was about. You know, and rather than just going with the emotion, it's to actually check in with yourself and say, okay, well, what really triggered me there? You know, what's that about that's causing me to actually behave in ways I'd rather not? You know, most of us recognise that being defensive is not necessarily helpful, and it's certainly not a pleasant emotion, isn't it? You know, we're having
Absolutely not.
You know, defend who we are. So, again, it's about understanding, okay, that was interesting. There was no need for me to be precious or insecure. What's causing that? Shift the mindset to what are the things that I know are true about me, I know are true about the team's respect for me, you know, bank some of those truths so that, you know, I can move forward with a healthier emotion. So it's the actual ability to observe, what am I thinking, how is that causing me to feel, and, you know, making conscious choices about the way we want to think and feel.
I like it. It's like the Karen Gately version of check yourself before you wreck yourself. But, Karen, what if we're not...
Wait, can you wreck yourself and then check yourself?
I'm sure you can, in any order. But, Karen, what if we're not emotionally mature enough to stop the rolling ball?
Yeah, no, and that's life's challenge. That is it right there, to actually regulate our own emotion, our own thinking, and ultimately our behaviours is the path that we're on in terms of maturing. And, you know, there's no age link with maturity. You know, some people...
Definitely not.
So true.
No. Some really young people are really good at doing this and going, okay, I need to keep this in perspective, you know, shift my mindset, do something else. You know, again, it doesn't matter where we're at in life. It's about the practice. It's the mastery of that self-awareness as a starting point. You know, the more you know about you, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to make these choices.
Okay, so what's the simplest way that you can sort of get the ball rolling on powerful thinking?
Observe your emotion.
Okay.
You know, observe how you feel and then how do you behave. So if I feel a little bit miffed, do I retreat? Do I withdraw? Do I sulk and therefore miss out on a whole bunch of stuff that would be good for me to be involved in, you know, as an example? Or do I get angry? Do I damage relationships? Do I start to throw things around, God forbid? You know, and once we can actually see that, then we can start to actually make some promises to ourselves and say, okay, when I start to feel disempowered, when I start to feel put in a corner and disrespected, here's some core beliefs I'm going to hang on to.
I used to work with a girl who used to throw staplers at walls when she was angry.
Are you serious?
And kicked, we had panels that had been kicked in. They had big dents in them.
God.
Do you think perhaps maybe she could benefit from some powerful thinking?
Yeah, I think she could benefit from, I don't know, karate or kickboxing or something to get rid of some of that aggression.
Yeah.
But absolutely, you know, again, that's an expression of emotion.
Yeah.
How do we actually channel it in a way? You know, let's not be afraid of emotion, because I think often, you know, oh, I shouldn't behave that way and I shouldn't feel this way and I should just be perfect. I should be powerful in my mind and confident and clear and blah, 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 blah. We're not all of those things all the time. But what do we become you know, in those moments, and how do we deal with that effectively? And clearly, throwing staplers is not a constructive way of dealing with it.
Plot twist, it was Crystal.
No, I was the one dodging the staplers.
That's a messy thing to throw as well, right? I'm now
Right?
picturing all the staples going flying,
know.
like the spring, all of
Honestly,
it.
it looked like a war zone.
Powerful thinking required in that situation, and some great tips for you this morning. Thank you so much, Karen. Next week, you are giving us tips on how to best take a sickie. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. How to get away with it.
Great.
No.
I'm starting to feel a little unwell now, Crystal. I might need tomorrow off.
Don't you dare.
We'll talk to you next Monday.
Thanks.